What does it truly mean to be a man? Is it stoic coolness and unshakable confidence? Is it the power to protect the weak? Or is it found in the quiet resolve to carry the weight of the past? For decades, anime has given us countless answers. We've seen heroes defined by their strength, their swagger, and their unwavering ideals. But what if the perfect, most complete embodiment of manhood isn't found in a character who starts out as a hero? What if it's found in a journey, a transformation so profound it redefines the very meaning of strength? Today, we're going to deep dive into the values, actions, and growth of anime's most iconic male characters to answer that question. And I believe the answer lies not with a gunslinger in space or a wandering samurai with a vow of peace, but with a Viking boy who had to lose everything, including himself, to truly become a man. The answer is Thorfinn, son of Thors. Before we unpack Thorfinn's incredible journey in Vinland Saga, we have to give credit to the titans of the genre. The contenders for this title are legendary for a reason. Take Spike Spiegel. He is the blueprint for cool, effortless, detached, and impossibly skilled. Spike lives by a simple philosophy. Whatever happens, happens. He's haunted by his past in the Red Dragon Syndicate and his love for Julia, and this weight gives him a compelling, tragic depth. His actions are decisive, whether he's in the cockpit of the swordfish or in a firefight. But Spike's growth is internal and subtle. He doesn't fundamentally change, rather, his journey is about finally choosing to confront the past he's been running from. He's a fully formed man dealing with his ghost. He isn't becoming a man, he is one, for better or worse, right from the start. Then you have Himura Kenshin, the manslayer turned wanderer. Kenshin is the archetype of atonement. His core value is established from the very first episode, a vow to never kill again. Every action he takes is filtered through this absolute moral code. His reverse blade sword is the perfect physical representation of his philosophy. His growth is less about changing his values and more about finding a way to live with them, building a new life, forming bonds, and proving that his strength can be used to protect without killing. It's an incredibly noble portrayal, but it's a story of maintaining a hard-won ideal, not the messy, brutal process of forging one from scratch. These characters are iconic. They embody responsibility, skill, and conviction. But their stories are often about living up to or paying for a definition of manhood they already possess. Thorfinn's story is different. His journey is about discovering what manhood even is. We first meet Thorfinn as a bright-eyed child, captivated by tales of warriors and the mythical peaceful land of Finland. He idolizes his father, Thor's the Troll of Yore, a man who possessed legendary strength. But Thor's had already undergone the transformation Thorfinn's entire life would be dedicated to. Thor's taught him the most important lesson, a lesson that would take Thorfinn 2 decades and unimaginable suffering to understand. A true warrior needs no sword. When Thor is killed by the cunning mercenary Askeladd, Thorfinn's world shatters, and from those shards, a single purpose is born: revenge. For the next decade, Thorfinn is not a person. He is a weapon honed for a single task. His values, non-existent beyond kill Askeladd in a duel. His actions, all dictated by that singular goal. He fights, he kills, he survives, all to earn the right to face his enemy. He is a child trapped in a deadly cycle. mistaking his skill for violence as strength and his obsession as purpose. He has no concept of what it means to be a man, only what it means to be a killer. This is the brilliant setup of Vinland Saga. It presents us with the protagonist who is the complete antithesis of a hero. He's empty. And then, the unthinkable happens. His purpose is stolen from him. Askeladd dies, but not by Thorfinn's hand. This is where Thorfinn's real story begins. The death of his enemy is the birth of his character. He falls into a catatonic state, an empty shell, and is sold into slavery. And it's here, in the mud and toil of a Danish farm, that the foundation of a true man is laid. The slave arc, or as many call it, the Vinland Saga, is one of the most masterful pieces of character development in modern fiction. Stripped of his weapons, his name, and his rage, Thorfinn is forced to confront the void within. He is haunted by the ghosts of those he killed, living in a waking nightmare. His journey back to humanity begins with a simple friendship with another slave, Einar. For the first time, Thorfinn's actions are not for himself. He helps Einar, he works with him, he begins to see value in creation rather than destruction. They dream of buying their freedom, of building something new. This is where his values are forged. He realizes the cyclical nature of violence, that his actions have consequences that ripple outwards, creating more suffering, more revenge. He endures brutal beatings, refusing to fight back, not out of weakness, but out of a newfound, terrifying strength. The strength to absorb hatred and not reflect it. He finally begins to understand his father's words. His actions shift from reactive violence to proactive peace. He makes a solemn vow to create a land of peace and equality, a true Vinland, free from war and slavery. This isn't a vague ideal, it's a concrete goal born from his own immense suffering. And this is what makes Thorfinn the perfect embodiment of manhood. It's the growth. Spike confronts his past. Kenshin lives by his vow. Thorfinn builds an entirely new self from the ashes of his old one. His definition of strength transforms from the ability to kill to the ability to endure, to forgive, and to build. His purpose evolves from a selfish quest for revenge to a selfless mission to create a better world for others. He learns that true manhood isn't about dominance or aggression, but about responsibility, empathy, and the courage to choose peace in a world that craves violence. He actively fights against a toxic masculinity that defined his entire youth. He learns to cry, to connect, to rely on others, and to find strength in community. So when we ask which anime character most perfectly embodies what it means to be a man, we have to look past the swagger and the power levels. We have to look at the entire arc, values, actions, and growth. Thorfinn's journey teaches us that being a man isn't the static state of being. It's a process. It's about confronting the worst parts of yourself, taking responsibility for your actions, and consciously deciding every single day to be better, to build instead of destroy, to live for something more than yourself. In that, Thorfinn, the boy who lost everything, stands as anime's most complete and aspirational man. But that's just my analysis. The world of anime is vast, and there are so many incredible characters out there. Who do you think best embodies these ideals? Is it someone I mentioned, or someone else entirely? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video. Later.